With another video, man. If you are new to this channel, welcome. And you know what I'm saying, this is going to be the second channel of The Secrets to Life, man. The Secrets to Life is pretty much to drop y'all gems, that things that I went through or are currently learning to help you guys get through life as the journey that I'm going through with myself as well. But not only just to get through life, but also strengthen your relationship with God. You know what I'm saying? So that's the whole purpose of this channel, is to give y'all the gems that people don't really talk about, or give y'all the real, true feelings and things that you have to go through to get to where you want to be, bro. And a lot of times people don't, they think it's just gonna be an easy ride because they'll see what's on social media, bro. And like, you have to disconnect from all of that sometimes, bro, to really gain and know who you really are, you know. So if you didn't know, now you know. But this video, God told me to tell you guys to be still. Just be still, you know what I'm saying? Just take a little chill, put it chill. I know your parents used to tell you that when you was younger, you know what I'm saying? So, but the reason why I say this, to be still, is because a lot of times we'll get caught up in everyday life, you know, or necessarily like our group of friends we hang around, we're just like caught up in our phone too much. And majority of times, it's all three. But sometimes it be more of that phone, bro. Like, a lot of times we don't know that the phone take a lot of weight of time until you stop using your phone for that certain amount of time. The only reason why I know that is because I had gave myself a week fast of no social media. So the only time I got on my phone is if I had to contact somebody, or if I was really like that's pretty much it, because I wasn't on social media. So if I wasn't contacting somebody like on the phone or texting, I really wasn't using my phone unless I had to like edit a YouTube video or something like that. Other than that, really wasn't using my phone, bro. And I can honestly say that it made me feel better, and like I started doing better as well. So like, I used to sit on social media when I get off of work for like 30 minutes to like 2 hours just scrolling, watch people's stories and scrolling. I'm just like, bro, that's 2 hours I wasted, but I still got to go to the gym, still got to read my Bible, read my book, meditate, you know what I'm saying, deal with my dog. Like, I still have a whole schedule of stuff to do. And that's 2 hours gone from that schedule. So now it's like I done sacrificed the 2 hours of my life to sit and scroll on social media. So now what I'm gonna do? Sacrifice time of things that I need to do. But instead of sacrificing the time and still doing everything I need to do, I'll cut it short. But that's not good, because if you could make time for things that's not necessarily, how do I say, positive, adding to your life, then you need to let it go, bro. Like, when I say be still, in the sense of like, start reconnecting within yourself and getting your relationship right with God, bro. Like, and I took that break. I started reading more of the Bible. I started meditating longer, bro. It was just like more. It was just like more positive than negative, bro. And a lot of times you'll have a lot of negativity because of what you're seeing and what you're doing and what you hang yourself around. So like, me, for instance, I had a certain group of friends, like, not knocking nobody, you know what I'm saying? I still salute all my dogs and all the people that I do mess with, you know what I'm saying? I want to see everyone win, even my worst enemy, bro. Like, once you get to a certain point in life, bro, you're gonna start learning that when you don't want someone to win, you really don't want yourself to win. Because if you want someone else to win, that's really resenting yourself in them. Because it's just like, I will want for the next person just as much as for me, or if they even had more, I would still be happy. I'm not going to judge, or they got more money than me, or they got more cars than I do. I'm still grateful to even have a car. You know what I'm saying? Some people in the world that don't have a car. Like, we be taking a lot of stuff for granted that we don't even think of, bro. So it's like, be grateful that you even woke up today. That's what I've been learning how to be grateful for. Like, being still is not just teaching you to necessarily just focus on yourself, but it's also teaching you how to appreciate life for what it generally is. And a lot of times we don't get to experience that because we so either tied into our phone or the friend groups that we're in. So like, back to that, I kind of got sidetracked, but back to the friend groups, bro. Like, if you surround yourself around people that's not doing or trying to become something that you want to necessarily become or trying to be, then you need to separate yourself from those friends. And I had a group of friends of myself, like, they wasn't bad people, good, genuine people, loyalty people, but they just wasn't on the same path that I was on. And there's nothing wrong with that, bro. A lot of times you will feel like you're doing your friend wrong for taking a break from them or hanging around them, doing certain stuff around them, but you're really giving you're you're doing yourself a favor, bro. Because if that's a genuine friend, they would tell you like, oh, this isn't, you shouldn't be doing this, you know what I'm saying? But really, you got to tell yourself. So a lot of times we be looking for somebody to tell us, but we got to learn how to start telling ourselves. Because a lot of times growing through life, bro, you're going to find out like the older you get, the less people are going to start telling you stuff. So like, that's when you got to start seeking your own knowledge, your own wisdom and understanding, bro. Because if you go off of everything a person taught you when you were younger, depending on what they taught you, you only gonna get to a certain extent. But if you kept on applying certain things in your life, bro, then it'll start to evolve. Because at the end of the day, that's all planting seeds. So you being still is planting a seed within yourself to give you. It's a season of isolation, bro. Everybody gotta isolate themselves some way or somehow to grow. And if you're not growing, then what are you doing, bro? Like every day, I'm not saying every day you have to sit and read books all day, every day, and not have no fun. There's still fun in isolation. You just have to find fun within yourself. But a lot of times people don't know fun within themselves because they look at fun with other people. So if you're not with those other people, you're not going to feel like you're having fun until you start to learn like you gotta love yourself, bro. A lot of people don't know how to love themselves. Like loving yourself is like, you know how you get a feeling or that crush when you meet a girl or something like that when you're in school? Like, it's just like that, but you gotta do it to yourself unconditionally. Like, you're dealing with yourself. Like, a lot of people try to get in relationships with other people, but don't even have a good relationship within themselves. So if you don't have a good relationship within yourself, how you gonna go and have a relationship with somebody else? They just don't work. So if you can't manage yourself, how are you gonna manage someone else and you? That's just, it's just not gonna align, bro. So a lot of times people be out here looking for love and be trying to find love, but in reality, they gotta find themselves first before they find love. Because when you start raising your energy, your vibration up to a certain frequency, bro, you're gonna start attracting that energy and that frequency to you. So if you're hanging around, this is going back to what I was saying, like with friends. If you're hanging around friends that just like smoking and drinking all day, not doing nothing with their life, and you're hanging around them 24/7, you're gonna start smoking and drinking and not doing nothing with your life. The only reason I knew that because I used to do the same thing, and so I had to separate myself from those type of friends. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta want to better yourself, bro. Like, you can have a friend that wants better for you, but if you don't genuinely want better for yourself, nobody else is gonna want better for you. So you gotta want it for yourself more than anything else. And if you don't want it for yourself, you're gonna continue doing the same things over and over and over. It's gonna be like a cycle, bro. So you're gonna go through the same feelings, you're gonna go through the same thing, different scenarios. Like, you go through the same situation with different people and you won't realize it because you think it's a different person, but really it's the same thing, just a different person. So you gotta learn how to stop those bad habits, stop doing things that's not necessarily making you better, bro. So that's why I say being still is all about bettering yourself. And it's so weird because like growing up, the things that we need to do or like that's good to do for us to grow, we were taught that's like bad. So like growing up, my granddad used to make me read every Saturday, dog. Like Saturday, like you're thinking like Saturday, what? I'm outside hanging out with my friend. I was reading on Saturdays, digging up dirt, gardening, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But at the time, I didn't understand what he was doing, but he was installing things into me now. He was installing things into me that I'm starting to understand now that if I didn't have that, where would I really be? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's why I say be grateful for what you do have, bro. That's why like being still, it teaches you how to have gratitude. It teaches you self-love, not necessarily just self-love, but like you get to know yourself a little bit more too, because like you're not around a lot of distractions, you're not around a lot of people, so you're not having a lot of mixed energy. So when you're focusing on your energy, bro, you're gonna get stronger with your vibration. And a lot of times, like I was saying, like when people finding love, they'll wonder why they're not finding love, but they want love because they're not vibrating to the right frequency. The energy isn't right. So it's like they could be wanting love, but if they a messed up person, they're not gonna get what they want. That's just like saying if you want $1 million, but if you can't save $1,000, how you gonna get to the million? You know what I'm saying? It ain't necessarily all about just saving, but I'm just using that as an example for those out there that don't understand, you know. But bro, a lot of times being still, like I was saying, like we grew up thinking the things that we need to do was bad, when in reality it's the good things. Like reading books is not that bad, bro. Like a lot of people, like I remember I was talking to somebody a couple months ago, and I was like, bro, I started reading this book, and I just like started feeling better and better every day. The more I read it, the better I felt. which was genuinely true. Like, y'all should definitely go get that book. It's called The Power of Your Subconscious Mind by Dr. Joseph Murphy. You know what I'm saying? That's probably one of the best books you could probably get in this world. Like, yes, the Bible is a great book. It's probably the greatest book ever. But besides, like, the Bible, like, books for knowledge, bro, that's, like, hand in hand one of them ones for real. You know what I'm saying? The Power of Your Subconscious Mind, You Were Born Rich. And, there's another one that I got. I gotta go back to my notes and remember what it's called, because it's like a lot of books that I like, or I feel like that's informal or that can empower my life, and I write them down and put in like little notes. So like whenever I get ready to get to a next book, or I done read the books that I done already had, and I got a whole list of books that I can still go buy and read. You know what I'm saying? So like knowledge is power, bro. A lot of people don't tell you that. A lot of knowledge really be in these books for real, bro. So you gotta learn how to be still in certain moments and learn how to read your knowledge and get the knowledge, because you could be reading, but that don't mean you're gaining the knowledge, bro. You gotta actually want it, bro. If you don't want it, you're not going to get it. God's going to give you what you ask for. That's why they say be careful what you ask for, because you'll ask for something, but that doesn't mean you're necessarily ready for it. So I'll say, like, giving you an example of that, I was asking God to give me more discipline and give me like more faith within Him. And when I started getting a discipline, I didn't look at it as like, oh, God's giving me what I asked for. I was just like, damn, like, why am I going through this? Like, this ain't what I thought. But in reality, it's not about what you think. God is always going to have a better version of what you think in His eye, because He's the one that created you. So what you think, He's already thought it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, oh, He already knew what you're thinking. So it's like, to get to the next level, bro, of being, like, to get out of the being still, you're gonna realize, you're gonna feel it. Like, I can't say it's a certain time you have to be in this season, or it's a certain amount of days you got to do this and that, because it's not a set time. Honestly, it's on you. However long it takes, it's on you, literally, bro. So like, if I'm not to where I want to be at, it's because of me. It's not because of my mom, my dad, my aunt, my uncle, my brother, my sister. It's none of those things. It's all because of me. And at the end of the day, God is always here. So it's like, if you don't have nobody to talk to in these being still moments or things of that nature, not saying you have to cut the whole world off, but being still is mainly in the sense of focusing on yourself more. Like, give time to yourself. And a lot of times people don't know how to give time to themselves because they don't be around themselves for real. A lot of people can't even be around themselves. Like, they feel like they around me, so they'll go insane, bro. Or if they don't have their phone, they'll go insane. Like, taking that week off of social media, bro, like, I felt like a better person. I started doing more of my day. I started being more productive. I started getting things done more quicker. You know what I'm saying? And like, it just, overall, it was just good, bro. You can't lose. So like, a being still season is not necessarily bad. And when I started coming into the season, I was like, dang, it's gonna be boring. It's gonna be lonely. Like, it is gonna get boring sometimes. Will be lonely sometimes, but God is always here. And the only reason why to get bored and lonely, because it's how you see it. Because there's gonna be times when you got people you can talk to, but they may not understand what you need to talk about. You know what I'm saying? So then it's like a separation. So it's like, you can't talk to certain people about certain things because they're not gonna be able to understand it. And the only person that's able to understand any and everything is God. So always remember that you do have somebody to talk to. He may not be here physically, but He's here spiritually and mentally, and that's like controls your physical life. So like, if you don't have your spiritual and your mental correct, your physical is just a outlook of how you really are inside. You know what I'm saying? So it's like how you conduct yourself, how you are as a person, and how you live your day-to-day life, you know. So like, your habits and what you do on those day-to-day things and stuff like that, like making up a bed. Excuse me. Like, making up a bed is like a little simple habit to discipline yourself. Like, okay, when I wake up, I'm gonna make my bread. But you can apply that to other things as well to make you a better person to what you want to be in life. So like, going to the gym was like a discipline thing for me. Like, yes, I was going to the gym to gain a physique, but it was more of a discipline thing for me, to be disciplined with doing something that, it wasn't that I didn't want to do it, but I wasn't always like, I want to go to the gym. But when I started going to the gym on those days when I didn't want to go, it started turning to like, I want to go to the gym every day. And there's going to be times you don't want to go to the gym. And I'm not saying you have to go 20 times X hard every single day, but you want to still show up every day. You showing up every day is you being at least consistent with being disciplined. So discipline and consistency go hand in hand. And with those two, you can conquer anything that you want in this life, bro. That with the right mindset, bro, nothing's gonna stop you. So that's what I'm saying, bro. That be still season is needed, bro. It's needed. Even sometimes when you don't think it's needed, it's probably when it's most needed. You know, so like you're not gonna know till you either feel like you're like, not saying like you gotta feel lost, but you just feel like you're not getting nowhere. Like you're trying, but you're still not getting nowhere. And there's gonna be times like that, but even if you don't see the result, there's still a result, bro, because God sees everything. Like I remember I was looking back at like things I used to do a couple months ago to what I do now, and I'm like, I'm not necessarily where I want to be at, but I have changed over the past few months. Like I remember I never thought about going to the gym. I remember I used to hate the gym, used to hate workouts. So it's like now I'll be quick to get down and do a quick fit, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like little things like that, bro. So like now the fact that I got disciplined enough to go into the gym, I can use that discipline and apply it to other things in my life. So like if I can get disciplined enough to go to the gym at least four times a week, then I should be able to apply that discipline to other things in my life. Like say for instance, to reading at least a chapter a day instead of just reading a page a day, or instead of just reading a verse a day, or reading multiple verses, or maybe even half a chapter. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta start somewhere, bro. You gotta start somewhere. Don't think you have to be at the top of the moon as soon as you start. It's not gonna happen. You gotta start somewhere to know. Just like quality is just like quality over quantity. You know what I'm saying? First you're gonna be putting out a lot of quantity, but you're not gonna understand quality until you get quantity. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you gotta do it, see it, and then come back to it. You know what I'm saying? Like not forget it, but like you can see how you progress over time doing something, then just like thinking you're gonna be this and then looking at nothing back at, having nothing to look at. So you can be like, oh yeah, I ain't, but in reality you ain't even start. A lot of times people they stop before they even start, bro. So it's like don't ever knock yourself, bro. Always believe in yourself, have faith, put your faith in God, bro. God working mysterious ways, bro. Like last week I was just complaining about my job. Now next week I'm in a whole nother state and have a job. Like, bro, God working mysterious ways. He listens, bro. And a lot of times we be asking for these prayers, but we don't make room for the prayers. And we always thinking, God, why this? God, why you not answering me? God, why you not speaking to me? But in reality, God is wondering why you didn't give him room to receive your prayer or give him room to be able to speak to you. A lot of times we be too distracted to even hear God talk. So it's like, it's not necessarily God, it's us. It all revolves back to us. So it's like you have to take accountability within yourself, bro. Like if you don't know how to take accountability within yourself, then you're gonna start lying to yourself. Once you start lying to yourself, down, you putting yourself in a deeper delusion. I wouldn't even say delusional state, but you putting yourself in a deeper mindset state of thinking like, oh, I'm gonna do this and then never do it, and then it's just gonna continue to be the same cycle over and over. You're gonna say, oh, I'm gonna go work out today, and don't even think about working out. You know what I'm saying? Because you're just so distracted. So that's why I'm saying being still is like a season that everyone has to go through, bro. A lot of times, a lot of people don't talk about this season, but being still, bro, is not the best season, but it ain't the worst season either. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I said, there's gonna be times where you're gonna feel lonely, but you're never lonely. You always got God. You know, so it's just like always remember that, bro. Put God first, man. And don't let nothing stop you, bro. Don't let no one tell you that you can't do something that you don't want to do, bro. Like, if you feel like you can do it, do it. Nothing stopping you. It's not like I'm not saying go do something illegal. But, like, if it's something positive you want to do, bro, like, say if you want to start making content, but nothing's stopping you from uploading that video, bro. Like, you gotta drop. You're going to have to learn how to just drop without even looking for views. Like right now, bro, my last video probably did 4 views. I went and checked it before I made the video, but it's not necessarily about the views. You get what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, there's going to be times where you're not getting views that you don't want. There's going to be times when you're getting views you want. But at the end of the day, you got to still do the content or do whatever you're trying to do regardless of what you're receiving or not. You know what I'm saying? So when you genuinely have a passion for it, the money is going to come. A lot of times people do stuff because they're money hungry. Once that money drive goes, then it's like the whole thing goes. So it's like you gotta find what you want to do genuinely, bro. And sometimes you will find that and you'll be still seasoned, you know. So this is Brent with another video, man. This is a video 2 of Secrets to Life. I hope y'all liked it. Like, comment, let me know below what y'all want to see next, or what would y'all like for me to talk about or elaborate on. And yeah, man, I hope that y'all have a blessed, wonderful day, and remember, put God first.